Florida man found in his underwear, rolling.
618.
It's time for the True Sports Card Show.
The only 1 hour radio show that gives you the very latest in sports memorabilia news from around the world.
Here are your hosts, industry expert Imran Pilati and Sacktown Sports 49ers insider Emil Fragoso.
Good morning, everybody. It's Imran Pilati along with my co-host, Emil Fragoso. This is the True Sports Card Show here on Sacktown Sports 1140. We're live on the radio. Here we are. We're live on YouTube.
Week two, we're back. They've invited us back.
I will tell you, we have not been canceled yet.
Nope.
Nate behind the window. Thank you, Nate, for being here. We appreciate you sliding up in here on a Saturday morning. Nate, tell us what's new in the world of your worlds of sports, if you're doing anything. It's bye week for you guys. Yeah.
I'm hosting Kings Game Night tonight with Henry Turner.
That's right.
The high flyer?
Yes, sir.
So check this out. I was at the game actually last week, and I texted Henry. I did not know that he was doing game night. So I'm texting Henry, and I'm like, hey, man, where you at? You here at the game? He's like, I'm on Radio Row. And I was like, all right, cool. I thought maybe he was just sitting there. And I was like, how come he's not texting me back right away? Like, dude is calling the game.
Yeah, he's busy.
He's busy.
Man.
He's calling the game. And that's cool. That's great. All right, Emil, we had our first show last week, and I was very excited to do that. I was a little nervous.
I couldn't tell.
I think I'm still a little nervous.
It's fine. It's week two. It's okay.
But I will tell you that week 2 feels good.
Does it?
I feel like an expert at doing this.
Well, you are.
I'm very, very – 3 things I am, man. Good looking, super talented, and unbelievably humble.
Wow.
Those are the 3 things that I am right now. We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
Let's tell everybody about what's going on in the world of True Sports Cards and the card world. Right now, our primary buyer, our acquisition specialist, Pete Muniz, the 19-year-old wonderkind is
great name for him.
He is in the prodigy. He is in Dallas right now at the Dallas Card Show. He has been buying up everything you could imagine at the show. He's constantly getting back to me and going, hey, Imran, do you think we could spend a little bit more? Can we spend a little bit more? And what ends up happening is a little bit more turns into a lot of bit more. Mm-hmm. So Pete is coming back with an insane amount of cards for our showcases, for our whatnot, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But that doesn't mean that we aren't operating and going full force. Donovan, our manager, Donovan Ashburn, is at the store right now. I think he's streaming this at the store.
He should be.
He should be. I'm going to demand that from him.
Yes.
So, Emil, let's kind of go over some of the things that have happened in the last, actually, I forgot one more thing. We have our 2-year anniversary trade day that is happening at our store in Rockland, the True Sports Card store. That's going to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I almost said Pacific time.
We are Pacific time.
Yeah. It's important that you know that, East Coast. And we're going to have that 2-year anniversary event. We're going to have a trade day. We're going to have food from Fast Freddy's in Rockland.
Yeah.
We're going to have drinks. We're going to have everything that we're going to have giveaways, lots of stuff. So
when is it?
That's going to be next Saturday, the 18th of November. Thank you for the prompt. You are the best at this. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the local roundup. You have a bye week with your podcast and show because you have the Niners off.
Well, it wasn't a bye week for our show. Me and Nate had a great show this week. We had Larry Krueger on, actually. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Talking on the Halloween episode of Return of the Empire and just talking Niners and where they're at and where the trade deadline's at. So
a lot more fun if they win.
Yes, a lot more fun. Me and Nate have a lot more fun if they win, for sure.
So you haven't had fun in 3 weeks?
No. It's been rough, dude. For me personally, it's been rough.
You gonna need some counseling or what?
Literally, I mean, like the show is my therapy, and that's a cliche, but it's true, man.
Like he usually does Instagram live with me after the recap. And he wasn't there, and I was like, I understand, Nate. Don't worry, do what you're doing,
guys. I feel like this is a therapy session, and I'm your therapist. Is everything gonna be okay?
No, the Niners are not on track to win a game the rest of the year. Think about that.
Based on the last week, yes.
Yeah.
This is why I like him as my co-host, because he is the fan crazy side and I'm the analytical. Let's calm down, everybody, but there are some worries.
Well, let's not calm down because we got to talk about Purdy.
We do.
And the card values.
We do.
So we know in the last, and we use the base of a PSA 10 2022 Prism card of Brock Purdy. Right now it's sitting at $142. Wow. Okay. For a PSA 10. This is the base.
Yeah.
$142. And just A week ago, that card was at 217.
That's wild.
That is a 35% drop. This comes into play where I will tell you that people come in and ask for Purdy, but they're not asking for it at the demand that it was just a month ago.
Yeah.
A month ago when they were 6-0, 5-0, sorry. It was insane. The request of Purdy, do you have any? And every Purdy was flying off of our shelves, out of our cases. This brings up an investment strategy that we always have to think about.
It does.
And one of it is that it has nothing to do, honestly, with that specific player in a lot of cases.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, the one person who has been problematic for Purdy values, guess who? Jake Moody.
Yeah.
Why
Jake
is
Moody.
the kicker of the Niners matter in the value of Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
Because if he makes that kick against the Browns,
yes,
we're talking about a 6-0 team.
Mhm.
Purdy's on the rise. It's going to keep climbing. He was on a rocket ship in value.
he was.
And then what ended up happening is then we go to Minnesota. I'm trying to remember stuff. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
No,
refresh me.
you're on track.
Moody misses a kick,
Mhm.
which forces Purdy to now have to go for a touchdown versus having to just do a kick
Yes.
to tie or go ahead.
Yes.
Right? Because
Yes.
they're down 5.
Yes.
So everybody's sitting back watching Purdy. They're waiting for him to throw. He gets intercepted
Mm-hmm.
on top of having a concussion at that moment.
Yeah.
So here we are again. Jake Moody's miss causes the ability for Purdy to have to throw, which then causes the interception, which causes people to doubt.
Mhm.
And then they just get throttled last week by the Bengals.
Yeah, and that wasn't even Purdy's fault either, even though he had those 2 bad interceptions, yes. But the defense did not step up, and that's been a real key for the Niners is that the defense is not doing their job, and that's affecting Purdy's value as well.
So what ends up happening?
Yeah.
I told people last week, do not buy Darnold.
No, don't do it.
Nate looks like he wants to say something.
Well, I got a question as a rookie. I don't know. People might be listening, know nothing about sports cards. I want to know, is it a good time to buy a Purdy card?
So it depends on what the long-term prognosis is. First
Yeah.
of all, I think that if Moody misses a couple more kicks, I think that's going to be I think they're going to change.
I can
Call
see it.
Robbie Gould.
Possible.
Right? Because the Niners are a Super Bowl level team, and you've got a kicker that's just crapping away the season.
So it's completely dependent on
No.
how good the team is.
I would say so. If you think about this, you've got really great players in all sports that are really good individually, but their team has caused them to not have a lot of success
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in the card world.
Like maybe Matt Stafford pre Rams.
See, this guy's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
This guy's good.
Okay.
You, Nate, you stick around. We like you.
Okay.
You're great. Good point. And then what happens is you'll see a rise when the success happens, and then it cools off. People love, and I'm speaking people in air quotes on the radio, people love the come up, but once they achieve the top of the mountain, it's like,
Yeah.
that was great. Good job, Stafford. It's
Yeah.
higher than it was before, but it's the ascent that people want.
Yeah.
When Purdy wins a Super Bowl, which we hope happens, he's going to have a significant rise in
Yeah.
price, but it's the ascent that makes people hot on it.
Okay.
Yeah, another player would be Justin Herbert in the Chargers.
Exactly. Who hasn't done anything?
Yeah. But he was hot when he first got in the league and then kind of dropped off because of his team's performance.
Exactly. So I just want to say your question was, is Purdy still a good purchase? I still believe it is
Mhm.
because he was incredibly efficient the first 5 games, like otherworldly efficiency, Drew Brees level efficiency.
Yes.
70% completion ratio
Mhm.
plus per game, insane amount of consecutive passes caught. Like he was just there. And when a guy starts to fall off, it often happens because of the team, not anything else. Let's see here. Oh, Big Brother on the IG. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in following us as a store, we're available on Instagram to follow at True Sports Cards. One word, no underscores or anything crazy. True Sports Cards. Let's go to the Kings,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Kings.
So, Mel, tell us about what the Kings local roundup has looked like in the last, because we were a buzzer beater away
Yeah.
by Klay Thompson, breaking hearts, making babies cry, from being 3-1.
Yeah, and both those losses are now to the Warriors, and those dang Warriors. I didn't watch the game because I just knew it was gonna. I can't bring myself to watch a Warriors Kings game right now. It hurts too much. After going to Game 7 and watching that happen,
Did you go?
I went, and it was a waste of money, but it's okay.
That's how I felt about the season opener.
It's just like God, I can't watch Curry drop all these points on us. Even then, even when Curry isn't doing well, Klay Thompson, buzzer beater. It's just like, oh man, again. look, the Kings are really talented. They're a really good team. And guys like De'Aaron, when he comes back, is going to be a really valuable guy. And clearly De'Aaron's able to take that next step. And I think he will this season.
I looked at some of the prices. So
Yeah.
Keegan Murray, his PSA 10 base prism is going for right around $100. It hasn't really moved up or down right now.
Mhm.
I think people love Keegan locally. On a national level, they find him to be one of the top rookies of that class,
do.
but he's pretty steady around $100. It
Mhm.
was about 120 maybe 2 weeks ago. It's about 100 right now. But De'Aaron, even with his ankle injury, the guy's averaging more than 30 points a game.
Yeah.
He's doing it on national television. I mean, when that comeback happened, opening night,
Yep.
De'Aaron did it on national TV, scoring that 22 in the fourth.
Special player.
So De'Aaron's PSA 10 out of the 2017 Prism goes for about $45, which I think is a really great deal.
it's a great deal.
It really is at $45. Now, the reason why we use base Prism cards is because it's attainable for almost all people.
Yes.
I can't sit here and go, you know what's really great is the 2017 NT number to 25 autograph that's $7,000. We can talk about that. But for the every person, for the every collector,
Yeah.
these are what we're trying to figure out a baseline to where people can buy them
Mhm.
and actually attain them in their collection.
Absolutely.
So, and I always go off of the graded versions because we now know that it's a definitive number. We don't have to worry about centering or if the thing is scratched, if it's a raw card and ungraded.
We know it's one of the cream of the crop cards in that collection.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're looking at just locally.
Mhm.
I do want to talk about a couple products that just came out this week. Do you mind handing me those boxes?
Yes, I can.
So thank you. The lovely Emil Fragoso.
A little Vanna action.
For those of you that are looking on the YouTube right now or on IG Live, I have in my hand a box of 2023 Bowman Sterling. Emil, do you have the stats pulled up on this box?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
I have it on our shelf at our store at $369 a
Mhm.
box plus tax.
Yeah, the configuration is 6 cards per pack, 5 packs per box. You can find 5 chrome autos per hobby box as well. So 5 autos. That's a lot of autos.
5 autos.
1 auto, I believe, per pack. That's great.
I'm looking at this product because I was listening to a podcast this week. Can I get on my soapbox?
Go for it.
Oh man,
It's your show.
I'll say what I want.
I say what I want.
So I was listening to a podcast, a very popular one in the sense of audience of sports cards. There's a ton of podcasts out there. I'll tell you, we're the only radio show in the game right now.
We are.
That happens to be repurposed as a podcast later.
Yes.
And this expert had ranted and raved poorly about this product
Yes, Bowman Sterling.
on their Monday show.
Hmm.
And then come Thursday, poorly.
Yeah.
Call
It was
call
poorly.
this box an F.
An F minus for personal.
Right.
Which is that's harsh.
And then the checklist came out on Wednesday. And then it was like, oops, on the Thursday show.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, when you as an expert that has a megaphone has the opportunity to tell people about product, you better know what you're talking about.
Yes.
And to poo-poo a product before it even comes out, that's a difficult position to be in.
Mhm.
And I really don't like that. I want to make sure that our customers get a chance to experience this. So here's what I would tell you, everybody that's listening, and we're going to go to break here in a second, but go to your local card shop. Hopefully it's us. Hopefully we've earned your business at True Sports Cards, and talk to the staff. Tell me about what's coming out of this box. Tell me what you think of it. Talk to people, because not everybody's buying this for investment. They're also buying it to collect and enjoy and to long-term prospect. Talk to your local LCS. Those are important. Emil, we're going to go to break, but right after the break, we're going to talk about grading, because that's the number one question I get in the store. So
It's a big question I have too. So yeah, coming back from the break, talking some grading here on the True Sports Card Show. Emil Fragoso, Emran Pilati, Sacktown Sports will be right back.
The Kings are running it back.
all right, everybody.
It off the dribble against Gobert, and he was fouled. Oh my, what a take that time by Domantas Sabonis, and the leads Gobert. Drive strong, two-hand flush off the dribble, thrown down by Trey Lyles.
And welcoming some new faces.
Yes, I love this. Toby Jones with 2 more.
Now they go to Duarte in the corner for 3, and he rains it down.
Keep it locked on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com for the latest Kings news.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave letting you know Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room and primetime football location is back. Cap Casino Casino giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game, offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Check it out. Capital Casino. And as always, please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Awesome. Hey, babe, can you check the front door? My package is here.
Yeah, on it. Hey, are we still watching our show tonight?
New episode on Prime? You bet. That reminds me, let's hit Whole Foods this afternoon. We need snack supplies.
From package deliveries to entertainment and even fresh groceries, Amazon is in front of thousands of customers every single day. Learn how you can leverage their reach for your business. Text digital to 916-766-5105 now. Make the smart move. Text digital to 916-766-5105.
This week at Target, you'll find different early Black Friday deals. Get fun deals on the latest tech, toys, and video games, plus smart deals on small appliances, floor care, and so much more. At Target, you'll discover different early Black Friday deals each week. And get what you need for the holidays fast with free drive-up or score free shipping when you spend $35 or use your red card at Target.com. Get low prices and early Black Friday deals only at Target. Exclusions apply.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
This holiday, trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium, Apple TV 4K, and 6 months of Apple One. All on us with unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. 6 months of Apple One, then $10 per month. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on unlimited Ultimate plan required. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Apple TV 4K and Apple One offers require eligible phone purchase with activation on unlimited Ultimate. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for details.
Individual rates, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all states and situations.
Hey, small business owner. Are you ready to have the best year ever in 2024? When's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs. But Pi Insurance could save you up to 30% in just 3 minutes. Go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for your business. No hassles or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could make this your best year ever. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Welcome back to the True Sports Card Show. Once again, Emran Pilati and Emil Fragoso.
Welcome back. It's True Sports Card Show. Emran Pilati, Emil Fragoso here, talking all things sports cards, all things collectibles, all things memorabilia in the world of sports. Come on, man. That's a rookie mistake.
I'm such a rookie. I started talking without the mic on. Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to Dom Marrero, a.k.a. Stone Chase the Bag.
Yes.
He's the one that's made all these jams for us, these, as the kids would say, jams.
Wow.
And he's done this. So Dom, shout out Dom. You can follow him on YouTube as well, Stone Chase the Bag. And he's a great friend of the shop, and
great beats.
Just want to say thanks for the beats.
Yeah, they're awesome.
You.
They're super, super cool. When you gave me these beats, I was like, oh, I like this. Yeah. This is a vibe for sure.
Got to make sure that Dom gets that credit. All right, absolutely. So you wanted to preview this other box that came out this
really
week.
Quickly before we get into grading, like we said before the break. Topps Chrome McDonald's came in. Now, why is this so important? Because Bronny James is in this, and Bronny James, if you don't know, is LeBron James Jr. So Bronny James autos are in here, and you would think Bronny James, he's not LeBron. No, he's still a member of the James family. So you should definitely want this. You should definitely want this.
I will tell you that his rookie, I guess it's not really a rookie. It's just high school stuff, but it came out. You're just holding that to the
I'm like Vanna.
channel. Oh, yes. Again, I'm so glad that you're doing that and not me. I'm looking at the YouTube video right now. It's just so funny with you holding it and Nate zooming in. It's really a good time in here. The Bronny James rookie autos in this are coming out, and they're fetching over $1,000 per right now. Now this box is right around the 175 mark per box, 2 autographs per box. I did not enjoy last year's. This year's, if Bronny James wasn't in this, it'd be Who it is?
It might be a
Who
pass
dis?
for me. I would just say that. It might be a pass.
It's just a difficult thing because they're so young. We have no clue who
Yeah.
these players are. I like to go to NBADraft.net, and they have
Yes.
mock drafts that come out a couple years in advance, so
Mhm.
you can kind of see who it is that's going to be
A general
player.
scope of it, absolutely.
Right. But I mean, these players are minimally 2 to 3 years out from even being in an NBA draft.
Yeah, these guys are players that were just in the McDonald's All-American game, which is high school.
Yeah.
But the biggest one, of course, is Bronny James. So if you're looking for Bronny James autos, this is the product for you.
That's the only
And we'll
one.
talk about this a little bit later on a breakdown. But before we get to that, we have to talk grading.
Okay, let's do it.
There's
I think
so much talk
we're
about grading.
we're putting 2 segments together regarding grading because it really is the number one question
Yes.
that we get in store.
Mhm.
So what I would love is if anybody has any questions about grading, I'd love to take your call at 916-339-1140. Oh, you mimicked me.
Look at that.
It's like
Well,
we
you pointed, so I figured you want me to finish.
It's like we finish each other's
Sentences.
sandwiches.
Oh, wow.
That didn't work. So feel free to call in at 916-339-1140 or do a chat here in the YouTube room. And the number one question is, should I get my card graded?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you grade cards?
I do. I'm grading cards with you right now, actually.
That's the right answer, Emil. Thank you for saying that. We grade with 2 different companies.
Mhm.
There are several to choose from. We'll go through them all right now. So the king of the mountain is PSA and has been for a long time.
Yep.
They're located in Irvine, California, in Southern California.
Mhm.
So they are the king. They get over 1 million cards a month to get graded.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And they've been known to have massive backlogs. In fact, during the pandemic, there were times that you would send something in expecting it to come back in 3 to 4 months and would come back a year or longer in a lot of cases. And so they cleared through that backlog. A guy by the name of Nat Turner, who is a really rich collector / businessman,
Mhm.
bought PSA and moved it from public to private.
Oh.
So now they own that. And they've bought up a lot of things since then.
Mhm.
Golden being one of them, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So PSA is a conglomerate. It's huge. It has a ton of different grading levels. They have both grading for cards. They have authentication for autographs. They authenticate Funko Pops. Like
they do everything.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff there. So it's a monster company, and it's one that everybody really, that's the gold standard.
Yeah.
Now, second, what used to be second was Beckett.
Yes.
And it kills me to my heart that my son's name is Beckett, but I don't use that grading service at our store.
Yeah.
And the reason why is not because they were not good at one time. They just fumbled the bag over the last couple of years. People love sending to Beckett for thicker cards like National Treasures or Flawless.
Yes.
Because it has the 4 subgrades on the card.
Mhm.
It'll show you surface, centering,
Edges.
corners, and edges. Those are the 4 that we'll look at. So if it's a BGS 9, that means that they'll show you the 4 subgrades
Mhm.
and you can look and go, well, the centering's off. Or
Yeah, I just got one back actually. I just got a Damian Lillard card back that was BGS 9.5 gem mint, and it had 110 and it was a service, and the rest was a 9.5 or a 9. So I do enjoy that, but there are other issues with Beckett.
It's just service level.
Yeah.
And they've had multiple different leadership level people that have come and gone. So they used to be number 2 pretty clearly, but they've kind of fallen behind the pack. Now, the one that stepped up and the other company that we
Yes.
use is SGC. Now, SGC has been around almost as long as PSA, maybe longer. Maybe it's like right around
Around the same time, yeah.
But they have stepped up. There's a young guy by the name of Peter that's taken over as CEO. He's not even 30 years old.
Wow.
And he took over about 4 or 5 years ago. And I like him a lot. He's really a nice young man and very customer service focused. That is their number one thing. Their values may not be the same. They may not grade as many cards as PSA, but I'm telling you right now, their customer service is second to none.
And that can make up for almost anything. Customer
You
service.
treat people. That's what I tell people at our store. Some places are a little cheaper than us. Some places have a different way and methodology of their business, but you're not going to have better customer service than when you walk into our store because I demand it as the owner of the company.
Yes.
And I think that Peter demands it from SGC. One other thing too, about SGC, their vintage is on par or maybe in some cases a little bit better than what PSA grading would be for vintage.
Huh.
They have these beautiful black encased, they call them tuxedo.
Yeah, the black
style.
tuxedos.
Tuxedo style. and it's a numeric system, 1 through 10, just like everything else. But people love the vintage being sent there. All right, so those are the 3 main characters in the game. Now, there's other ones like GMA and HGA and CGC and ABC and 1, 2, 3. Stick with those 3 at the moment, folks. CGC is trying to make some inroads. They are really popular in grading comic books, and they're trying to get into the foray of sports card grading, which I know that they're capable of. They're just not making any market share.
They don't have the name brand yet.
Not yet. And maybe they'll never get there, but right now it's not there. So I would just tell you that we at True Sports Cards do submissions for PSA and we do it for SGC. Now, benefits and negatives. Let's just start with why grade in the first place. I put down 4 things here as to why people should grade. The first part is authenticity.
Yeah.
So what you don't know, if you're listening, is that one of my biggest fears, particularly in grading vintage, is has it been trimmed? Has it been altered? Has it been?
Yeah.
So somebody goes, I've had this card for 50 years. And I go, that's great. And then I send it in for grading on their behalf and it's been cut, trimmed. What that means is somebody's taken a blade to it and taken a frayed edge and turned it into a straight edge, or they'll cut a corner or they'll add color to it to do this. The authenticity of the card is taken care of by the grader. Second is making sure that the card really is that card. There's a lot of fakes out there.
There are.
So somebody comes in, I would tell you 5, 6, 10 times a month, somebody comes in and they go, I want to get this card graded. It's perfect. It's like a 52 mantle, the card that happens to be just ungraded, sitting at 500,000. It's perfect and has gloss as if it's clearly a reprint, but the people don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to tell people, look, before we even send it in, I'm telling you this is fake and here's why. Or a reprint.
Would you say it's the number 1 card you get in store of like, is it the fake or is it the Jordan, would you say?
No, I would say the Jordan.
Okay.
86 Fleer Jordan is the number 1 fake. Yeah. Also, protection of the card is a third reason. Once that goes inside the slab, it's really hard to damage it.
It is.
And so once you encase it in there, it creates that protection. You know that 7 is going to stay a 7, an 8 is going to stay an 8. That protection of the card, and then finally the value of it. Now, some people, however you want to do your numbers, 1 through 4, 4 through 1. Authenticity of the card, is it real? If it's been modified or trimmed, protection of the card or the value of the card. You as an individual need to determine what matters to you the most. But to me, right from the jump, it's always authentication. We have people come in and they try to sell us something. I say, I'll buy it. However, I'll buy it when it's graded. So I will get this. If we have a deal, so say you bring in a card mill and you say, all right, I have this Michael Jordan rookie card. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, we got to get it graded because I want to buy it, but we're going to come up with a price because we already know what a 7's worth, what an 8's worth, what a 5's worth, what a 6 is worth. We already know what these numbers are and what the value is to it. So let's just say that the number is what the number is. And I go, hey, I'll buy it for a slightly less than that value if it comes back at these numbers. So we already know what it's worth when it comes back. We just start to operate off of that fixed number and work downwards from there.
Off the comp.
So then we send it to grading. It comes back, and Emil and I already knew what we were going to pay for a 5, and then I buy it as a 5 because then it creates a little confidence in me knowing that it's not trimmed, it's not been altered, it is a real card, and now it's encased. We can do that. So I will go. I'll tell you a little bit after the break about which one I'd like people to consider, whether it goes to PSA or SGC. We could talk a little bit more about that. And I'd really like to take some questions from either Nate, you, or the crowd that's listening, all 9 of them, see if they have any questions that we could answer about grading. So we're going to take that time off, and we're going to take a break right now. We're coming back right after the break. True Sports Card Show here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the 3-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings.
Here's a steal by Fox, the breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Gold Country Casino Resort in Oroville is thrilled to present American Idol winner Chase Beckham, Saturday, November 18th. Now I'm 23. Don't miss out on your chance to see this talented country artist live. If you don't take in a bad boys, fireflies. Get your tickets now to see Chase Beckham at GoldCountryCasino.com. November 18th at 8 p.m.
Gold Country Casino Resort.
Must be 21 or older.
Cooler temperatures mean it's time to reduce your outdoor water use. Water 1 day per week on Saturday or Sunday from November 1st through February 29th. Learn more about your home's watering schedule at sacwaterwise.com.
It's time to trade in and trade up at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com. It's all a click away.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own one report.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
With wet weather here, you're probably going to play a few rounds in the rain, so keep a few things in mind in those wet conditions. The ball probably won't go as far because you'll get little, if any, run out. If you tend to hit the ball low, maybe think about adjusting the loft of your driver to carry the ball farther. And when you get to the short clubs on the wet ground, your wedge can have a tendency to dig into the turf, so focus on hitting the ball first. And if you occasionally spin the ball back on the greens, expect more of that to happen when they're wet. Now, all of this assumes that you're ready to play in the rain. You own waterproof shoes and rain gear, rain gloves, which work best when wet, and an extra towel to keep everything else dry. But the most important thing you should bring to the first tee is a positive attitude. I found some of my most memorable rounds have been played in the rain. Overcoming the conditions to enjoy yourself while possibly shooting a good score makes for a great day. And remember, golf is a game, even in the rain. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
When I was younger, I may have did some stupid things, even committed some crimes, but I am not a criminal.
Youth Advocate Programs is a community-based alternative to youth incarceration, congregate placement, and neighborhood violence. Learn how at yapinc.org.
Welcome back to the True Sports Card Show. Once again, Emran Palati and Emil Fragoso.
We're back. Back again. True Sports Card Show, Emil Fragoso, Emran Palati, talking all things sports cards, memorabilia, collectibles, whatever you do, whatever you collect, whether it's Funko Pops to vintage Mickey Mantles like we were talking about. We're here to talk about it. That's what we do here. My brother actually collects Funko Pops. I don't know if I told you that. My little brother actually collects Funko Pops. I got him a John Wick. I think it was an off-brand, but I got him a John Wick one for his birthday.
I like Funko Pops. They're
cool.
I thought it was Beanie Babies-esque.
Yeah.
But it's not. People just love those things.
They do. They love those things. Yeah. But we're here to talk about sports cards, and we're here to talk about grading, because we've been talking about grading for the last 15 minutes, and it's a big, big topic. And as someone, a customer, consumer who also does grading and also has done it through your shop, I got some questions.
That's true.
I have some questions. Number one, why does it take so long for PSA?
So let me just step back for a second and tell you that my policy at my shop is to call you the minute that they come in. So when they come in back from the grading company, the first thing I want is for you to know that they're ready for pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So if I haven't called you, it's because I don't have them yet. And I'm not the grader, but I'm the one that submits. So ultimately, I'm the one that has to face the music to whether or not why it's taking so long. So what I've been doing is I've been stating what I've seen as far as the return times.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with PSA, the King. The King takes 60 business days, aka 3 months.
Yeah.
We recently received back an order, and this is value, right? So this is the value bulk. This is where we submit it, and our cost is $30 per card, and it comes back in about 3 months. And what ends up happening is, like right now, we're getting back stuff from late August, but there's zero consistency in their return. I submitted one 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Came back.
Really?
Sent one 3 months ago, still out. There's no rhyme or reason on how this works.
Yeah.
So PSA, the king, tons of submissions, no consistency.
Yeah.
But that's what people want to.
And it's the top of the line. It's PSA.
Right.
Now for SGC, it's a little bit different though.
Step back too. One thing about PSA is that if you submit something and the value is higher than $4.99, they're going to make you bump to another tier, meaning that you're going to have to spend more money for that.
Yeah.
And that could get quite expensive. Also, if a card grades at a high level, let's just say that you take a card, I don't know, LeBron James rookie card, Topps Chrome 2003.
Yes.
If you take that card and it gets a Gem Mint 10, PSA 10, they're going to call me, Imran, and they're going to say, hey, just to let you know, it got a 10. There's an upgrade fee of this much. Then I got to call you. Hey, Emil, just to let you know, they're going to charge an upgrade fee because the value of the card has now gone up and above this tier.
Yeah.
And now you're paying the advanced price.
That makes no sense to me.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But that's their model.
That's kind of evil.
I wouldn't call it evil as somebody that submits people to them, but I'll tell you that I warn people ahead of time that this is something that might happen. Now, why do people pay it? Because their card is now worth X.
Yeah.
Right? X plus.
They feel like they have to too. So
Well,
they're
they're not going to get their card back unless they paid for it.
They just hold it for ransom essentially.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
And I have to pay for it to get it back to my hands.
You're the middleman stuck in between
Right.
this too, so they get mad at you because
Right.
you're the only face they can talk to.
But then I have to educate them because I tell people at the beginning before they submit the card, hey, just to let you know, if it gets there to this grade, this PSA 10, this PSA 9, whatever it is, it's going to bring you to the next tier. Be ready for a phone call from me telling you that you're going to have to bring more money into the store in order to get your card back.
That's good of you to cover yourself like
That's
that.
important.
But like, what is the percentage jump? So you said $30 to get it graded, right?
I know you can go to $300 for the card.
Why? Like, what are they doing different? What is going on in there?
They were on radio, and I'm as befuddled as you are when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
That's their.
Are they putting it in a special $300 case?
No, and they're still.
No, literally, like
the plastic is not different. It's the same $3 piece of plastic.
Yeah,
it's the same. There's nothing different. It's just they're saying if you're gonna make more, we're gonna make more.
Well, if I was in this industry, I would start a grading company and charge $50 for to grade your card, but I'm not going to hold your card
Now
ransom.
let's step back. Let's go to SGC.
Yeah.
So SGC, the other choice that I have that I give to our customers, we charge $20 per card, and in bulk, which I can't give you a bulk rate in PSA, but in bulk they give me a bulk rate.
Yeah.
I can go down to $15 a card. Okay, and provided it's not a $100,000 card or a $50,000 card, there's no upgrade fee.
Yeah.
So you're able to get a card graded by SGC for as low as $15 through my store. Wow. Okay. So when you think about this, not only is it less expensive, half price in some cases, it comes back in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So as you're waiting for your Purdy to come back 3 months later, when the guy is now 5-3 and the market's gone down and you're still waiting for it to come back, SGC has brought it back to you. Now, what's the negatives? The negatives are that SGC's modern card values are not as much as PSA's.
Yeah.
I want to say it's right around anywhere from 75 to 85 cents on the dollar per PSA.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree.
But you're getting it back faster and you're activating the money if you decide to want to resell it. Some people like to buy SGC cards in whatever number it is and then do what's called a crossover. So if they buy SGC 10 card of a player, they will say, I'm going to take this card and I'm going to send it to PSA because it's likely to get a 10 over here. And I'm going to see that increase in multiplier and value.
Another question, a little follow-up. So for Purdy especially, because he's had a little bit of a slump the last couple of games, and we're talking about PSA. If you submitted it, say, in August when he was at a really high peak, right? And they called you back and said, hey, we would need an upgrade fee. But it's 3 months later when he's kind of slumped back down. What number would they go off of? The number it slumped back down in the market, or the number it was when you submitted it?
That dead air silence is me going, I have no clue.
It's a hypothetical. I know. I'm just asking.
That is a good question, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the market can change so drastically,
It does.
yeah. I got a question for you about value of a card too. It's not necessarily grading, but like last week, it was right before you had your first show, right before the NFL trade deadline.
Mhm.
A few days later, Chase Young goes to the 49ers. Does that bump up his value at all? Does that just bump up his popularity? What does that do?
I've been in real estate for 23 years, and I was giving this example to my wife as I was practicing this show.
Yeah.
In front of my wife, who is actually in the chat right now, which I love. She just asked me a question.
Shout out Jessica.
Yeah. So Jessica's the question in the YouTube chat. But the reason I bring up the real estate thing is because a house is done up nicely and done up well and painted and everything, but they're in a neighborhood of the neighborhood, just because the house is nice for the neighborhood doesn't make it worth more. But what it does do is it makes it more sellable. Okay. So Chase Young cards were dying on the vine. He was always hurt. He played for the Commanders, could never get on the field. Now all of a sudden he went from a mediocre to low-end team to a potential Super Bowl contender, right? And playing with his Ohio State teammate, Nick Bosa.
Yeah, the Buckeye bookends, they call
So
them.
now all of a sudden people want to buy Chase Young versus looking at it going, oh, that's neat. So it doesn't make the card go up in value, but it has people now interested in actually buying the card. And so does that increase value? Maybe, because now you have more people trying to get that card, whereas before it's like value bin Chase Young cards.
That's fascinating.
And the other part about it too is that cards, no matter who the player, there tends to be particular cards like Downtown or Kabooms or these different kinds of short printed inserts that it doesn't matter who the player is, they have interest because that is an interesting card. And Chase Young has one of those Downtowns.
I almost bought one yesterday, actually. Chase
We have
Young
it in our
Downtown.
store.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
And people want those cards now because he's relevant to their world, which is here in the Northern California market. So great question. My wife is asking, if you had to guess, why does it take some cards to come back longer than other companies? Because of the total submissions, Jess.
Yeah.
When you get over 1 million cards coming to a company once a month, over 1 million cards, and the next highest submission group is getting 100,000 cards a month. I will tell you this too. SGC personally has talked to me. I've had many meetings with them. They have a commitment to say in and out the door. It's really important to them because they say, if I can get the cards back in your hands faster, you're able to activate that in investment. You can resell it. You can do a lot of things with it. That is their main concern. Value for them is secondary. It's important, but not as important as getting the cards back into the hands of collectors, because the number one thing, the biggest complaint about grading is it takes too long.
And shouldn't that be the main value, getting it back to your customers, customer service?
I would agree with that.
I would agree with
somebody that does this. So those are some questions that people ask about grading. If you have any questions, come by the store, speak to our team. We have an incredible team that can help you. And one of the things that you should be doing is coming in with all of the cards, and our team can help you determine which one should be submitted, which one should not. We can't guarantee grades, but we can definitely look and say, hey, this is off center. You're not going to get a 10 on this thing, or it's got some issues. So
what's your store's name? Where's it located?
I named it after this show.
Oh, interesting.
The True Sports Cards and Collectibles show is
by the store. By the store.
Yeah, it's very
easy.
Very unique.
Where can they find that store?
We're at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland, California. We're Sweet Pea, like Paul, right next door to Mongolian Barbecue. Follow your nose, follow the noodles. We're right next door. And I would also tell you that our team is here to help you. It's really important that you know that you have a team that we don't make a lot of money per card. And that's not even my concern. I truly could care less. I don't want to lose money, but that's not what it's for. It's for us to be able to be a service to our community, help people understand the process of grading. And in fact, I got something for you right after the break, which is going to be a promo code to go to our website. And you as a listener are going to be able to get one free SGC graded card. You bring in your card, we'll grade for SGC 100% free. We're going to give it to you after the break here on the True Sports Card Show on Sacktown Sports 1140.
It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa. Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Sacktown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. Golf to Go. Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Sacktown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
It's Carmichael Day with a Fire Wings announcement. The Floor and Road location now serves pizza, and oh my goodness, it's so good. Don't forget the Wings Day Wednesday lineup, 88-cent wings every Wednesday. You got 21 delicious flavors to choose from and the perfect fast casual eating establishment for the entire family. Save time and order online. Go to firewings.com or download the app. Find a location near you, order online, and earn rewards. Fire Wings, just wing it.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey guys, do you know what makes Revive Men's Health Sacramento different? You. Every Revive treatment and medication is personalized just for you. Revive has the experts that guys go to when their current treatment isn't working. They have a complicated medical condition, or they're just not happy with their daily performance. Since 2011, they've helped thousands of local men suffering with the symptoms of low T and ED. Their goal is simple: to get to the bottom of your issues and fix them. Your best performance requires more than generic ED medications or a low-dose testosterone booster at a low-ball price like you find online. Revive medications are custom compounded, affordable, and guaranteed to resolve your issues. Stop dealing with the symptoms of low T or ED. Book your free T-check and exam and save $199 today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit us at revivemenshealth.com.
Happy 62nd birthday, Granddad.
Thanks, sweetheart.
I got you this.
A mug. What does it say? Beware. If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Welcome back to the True Sports Card Show. Once again, Emran Palati and Emil Fragoso.
Welcome back to the True Sports Card Show here on Sacktown Sports 1140. I was just listening to that commercial. I need to go get my flu shot. Just thinking about how disgusting things are.
I don't do the flu shot.
You don't?
Not my thing.
Okay, that's not a problem. I'll get it because you won't.
Yeah, do it for me. I'm not a big flu shot guy. I got all the other ones.
All right. So here's what we've got. I talk about grading. I talk about how I want people to take a chance on it. I have a little promo code for everybody that's listening. So all 9 of you that are listening, I've got something for you. Hopefully Jay Ross is listening too, because I love surprise bagel visits. So
Jay Ross is amazing.
We're just about done here, and Jay Ross coming in last week with the bagels was a fun addition.
Very kind soul.
All right. So if they go to our website, truesportscards.com, I'm looking at my website right now. You'll see the website. My wife Jessica helped me a little bit with it last night. I want them to go to truesportscards.com, and in the top right corner, you'll see a little magnifying glass, kind of like a search thing.
Yeah.
You're going to click on that. You're going to type in the letters SGC. That will pull up an SGC grading single card. You'll see it there for $20. Okay. I want you as the listener to add it to cart. Once you add it to cart and you check out, you're going to enter the promo code SPORTS1140. One word.
No capitals, nothing like that?
It doesn't matter. It's just Sports 1140.
Sports 1140.
SPORTS 1140. That will give you a discount of $20, meaning that this card grade will be completely free to you.
Wow.
Here's what I ask. You do that on the website. You do the promo code. You check out, put all your information in there so that way we have it for contact. And then you bring in your receipt. Just print out your receipt that you completed this or keep it on your phone and physically bring the card into the store. I'm not going to take any mail to where you're going to ship it to me. I want to see your face. I want to meet you as a customer.
Stop by.
I want you to come and meet our team. And you're going to get that promo code sports1140. We're going to get a free grade. We want you to try it. We want you to give it a look and see if it's something that you like to do. And we're doing it at full no risk to you. So one card per person. So feel free to use that. We'd love to submit it on your behalf. Bring in your card. Now, I have here, I'm going to do a typical person. I have 9 people in my family. Can I have each one of them submit a card? Yeah, if you want to do that to me, sure. Okay. But the point of it is we want you to experience this. We want you to see what grading's like. If you've never done it before, we want to give you a chance. And you asked me this, Emil, what if somebody has already used your service? I don't care. I love you. Bring it out into. I'll give you one free.
We just want to see your faces there.
Yes.
Get in the store. Come on now.
Can I be any more generous? As Chandler Bing would say, shout out.
R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
Yeah, Matthew Perry. So promo code sports1140 for a free card grade. Just go there and we'll go there. We've got just a few minutes left, and I want to talk a little bit about my team.
Yes.
Particularly Pete and Anthony, aka Ant Marrero.
Mm-hmm.
These two guys have been with me from the jump. That when we opened our store 2 years ago, they are my right hand and left hand. They're great young men, talented, and they are in charge of our Whatnot show that happens on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights.
I'm just going to be the novice. What's Whatnot?
What's Whatnot? It is an app that allows you to look at cards live and on your phone and be able to bid on these cards.
Yep.
And we do a ton of sales on Whatnot. It's every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:35 Pacific time. So no matter what time zone you're listening in, this is where you go. Ant's on the stick, meaning it's his big old sausage fingers holding the cards. We make fun of his fingers, but the guy is great.
Yeah,
he's a hilarious guy. And then Pete's in the background, making sure that he's feeding the cards to Ant to put out for sale.
Yep.
Ant and I did it the other night. We went from 7:35 until almost midnight, and we sold over 250 cards. This is a great way for you to be able to do that. Just go to the App Store, download the Whatnot app, sign up for your account, and then follow us and bookmark us for True Sports Cards on that platform too. We have over 1,000 packages that we've sent out over the year.
Wow.
And Ant and Pete are a fun duo to watch.
They are
on Whatnot.
And they're not like typical breakers. They're not hype men. They're not frat boys. They're real about this stuff.
And the cool thing is they start a lot of their auctions at $1. So we just let it roll.
That's awesome.
So there's a ton of great deals on the Whatnot app. So with us closing, I'm happy of our second show. It was really great. I think I talked 90% of the time, Emil. I apologize. I'm just jazzed.
Hey, it's your world, man. I'm just living in it.
So with that said, we will see you next week.
Yeah.
And next week on the 11th, I have Beckett. So I might bring him in studio.
I hope you do.
I don't know.
Please do.
I have a great 14-month-old, and he's the best kid ever.
Is he?
He's so patient, hangs out, and he'll just watch, and he'll be like, "Daddy's on the radio. This is awesome." I mean, he says that with his eyes. He doesn't really talk. Not yet, at least. And so we'll have him next week. And then we have some surprise guests that are coming up over the next few weeks and months.
We're still working on finalizing the dates and stuff and the times, but we got some guests, some big names.
We've got some former 49ers that are Super Bowl champions, a UFC Hall of Famer, one of the most important Sacramento Kings,
influential Kings,
in culture coming on. In fact, I called them all yesterday, and Emil and I called, and he's like, "Oh, you got him on the phone? Oh, you got him on the phone?" And they all said, "Let's do it."
No voicemail. Got him directly to
first
the phone.
ring.
First ring.
That's important.
Couldn't believe it.
So I just wanted to say thank you, Emil, for a second show and helping me through this.
Yeah.
And Nate, thank you for asking great questions behind the board. You guys have the Return of the Empire show coming up
Tuesday.
Every
Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Me and Nate hopefully will have some good news to talk about. I don't know.
This will be coming off the bye this week. It'll be a little more slow, but
it'll be
preview.
chill.
Hopefully, we can be happy in the future.
If you need me to come on and scream about grading, I'll be happy to do that.
Okay.
If it's-
Okay.
if you're-
We can get you on
content.
StreamYard. Get you on as a guest, maybe.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Get you in the green room.
Get you in the green room. Yeah, with Larry.
One last thing, I want to let you know that the promo code is good for as long as I keep it up. So for right now, I'm going to leave it for about a week or so.
Yeah.
So go to truesportscards.com, enter the promo code sports 1140 after you put the SGC grading in your cart, and we will see you at the shop at True Sports Cards at 661 Stanford Ranch Road, Sweet Pea, there in Rockland. It's been a great show. Thank you, Emil. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the True Sports Cards show here every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140.
See ya.
The Kings are running it back.
He's got the bucket at the buzzer. Harrison Barnes, Alex Lynn just went.